Hello everyone. Today I'm playing with something, and I love painting in the evening hour like this because I love this shadow, so hopefully that doesn't look disturbing. And this may turn out to be a complete mess, you guys, so we're just going to play with something here. And I'll let you kind of watch me do it and see what comes up. So I'm just going to start with a light yellow wash at the top here. You get a little bit more paint. I'm going to rinse my brush a bit, pick some of that up. And I want some of this yellow ochre color. As you know, these colors are really, really bright. Yellow ochre and yellow, lemon yellow, I think that other one was. And then I want to go into some green. So let me find a cool little green here. Get that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm already running out in my palette here. I've got so many beautiful colors. Okay, and we're just going to go in with that in the bottom here. Very wet on wet, guys. Really wet on wet. Now I want to go in with a little darker green on the bottom there. Really an olivey green. So let's see if we can get that. Yeah. There we go. And let's find maybe an orangey yellow ochre right here and just touch in, because I really want this background to look like it's almost glowing. So I'm just going to do that, grab some of that darker green for the edge over here, like so. Maybe a little over here. A little bit more of that yellow ochre. And this is, again, very wet and wet. I mean, really, it's pretty wet. I'm going to use the dryer on this in a minute. There we go. I think I'm kind of liking that. Might just add in a tiny bit more of that yellow ochre in here, just like that. Yeah. Just darkening that up a bit. Really like that color. Want this to look like, in the mornings a lot of times when I hike, the sun is just like incredibly bright. I also want to add some, let me cover the top part here, hold on, with a piece of paper. And add in some of that. Let's pick up some of that brighter green. There we go. Kind of like that. And then before I use my dryer, I'm just going to grab, I have regular scrapers, but I'm going to grab some of these and just create some little scrapes here. And before that's dry, what I want to do is go in and lift some of that out. I should have done it already, kind of got sidetracked here. I'm actually going to add a little more yellow green, or yellow, bright yellow around that. I'd like this to really stand out. Take a tissue. So as I said, I'm doing this a little bit spontaneous. But I want this to be where the sun's coming. And then let's get a little bit of that bright yellow. This is a slant brush, by the way. So there we go. And now I'm going to go in with a dry brush and start lifting some of that out. I feel like I want a little stiffer brush. Don't have, let's see. Actually, I think I'll use my little scrubber brush. There we go. That's kind of what I was going for. I'd like to get a smaller scrubber brush. Let me see if I have one. I have one, but I'm not sure where it's at the moment. Didn't plan to use that. So we'll just go with this. These scrubber brushes are pretty good. And look at that. It really gives the illusion of the sun coming through. I love that look. We could add a little bit of dampness to that. Just wetting my brush a bit. And bringing that out, and this scrubber brush just picks that paint right up. So I rather like that. I'm going to go in with just the tiniest bit of this, maybe around the edge here, maybe even a little burnt sienna in there. Something like that. I think that's kind of pretty. Yeah, I like that. I like the burnt sienna in there. There we go. That's kind of nice. So I like to work as my paper keeps drying, because it'll get darker and darker as the paper dries. It's not as washy. So as you keep working, it changes a bit. Because in the beginning, when I started, the paper was really wet. So everything was a little washier. And as I keep working and the paper is drying, it behaves differently. So that's always kind of fun. And there we go. And we've got that washiness there. Let me soften this edge like that. Just running. So that really looks like the sun coming out up there. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, I like that a lot. So it looks like that beautiful sun. Now I'm going to use my little scrubber brush and go in again and just create some of these lines like this. Okay, so I think we're kind of done with that. Now what I want to do is go in here and create some stems and things. Let's get my fine liner, and today I'm using all the Zen Art products. This is a Zen brush. I'm actually really liking them because I've been playing with softer brushes lately, and they're kind of fun. So the Zen Art set is all softer brushes. Let's play with this one a little bit. Hold on. So this is their fine liner too. I actually used this the other day, so we'll see if we can get some little things in here. And I'm not quite sure what this one even is. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna put, here's where I really take chances when I do these paintings for you guys and I haven't tried something. So I don't know if you can see those bristles, but they're kind of interesting, aren't they? I think I need more paint. Let's see. Get some water in there. Oh yeah, that's kind of fun. You guys, I'm gonna have to find my carton. I don't even know what this is called. It's really an interesting little brush. Let's get some green. It looks like it's missing hairs, to be quite honest. But it's really cool for something like this that I'm trying to do, like some wild grass and things. That's pretty cool. So I'll tell you the name of this brush. Gosh, I got this last year, so I'll look back though and check it out. But what a fun little technique that is. Wow, I'm really liking that. And then what I think I will do is take their Zen Art fine liner brush, and I'm going to make a couple, I don't know what, I think these are called little cattails. And let's see what we can do with that. Let's have one. I'll show you the picture I'm kind of following for this a little bit. I feel like I want more gold. Let's make some more gold in there. There we go. Because the cattails I see, they have a lot of gold in them. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, those are fun. Get a little bit more brown. Ooh, this is really fun, you guys. You guys are going to have to try this. And different areas of my painting are drier than others, so I'm getting a lot of variety. As far as some of this is kind of washier than other areas. I'm using a really light pressure, holding my brush straight up and down. So that I'm only using the tip of my brush. That is kind of cool, you guys. Let's pick up some of that gold. Look how fun and pretty. I'm gonna add some gold to this one. That is really fun, you guys. And I really get the feeling here of trees and different things. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, there is a mistake that we've been talking about. I just did a video on. So while it's wet, I can take this and pick it right up and it's pretty much gone. So there you go. There is an example of a mistake. Let me grab a brush. I'm going to use a little bit of my white gouache. I feel like I want to put some little white flowers in here and cover up what I don't want. Ah, yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Look how pretty, you guys. Oh my goodness. See, when I work spontaneously and I just kind of get on here and do things, I feel like it comes out so much better than totally planning. The only thing that might be fun is to use this little teeny weeny sponge and maybe go in with some of that color in the background. That's kind of fun. And maybe a little in here. I don't even think you really need that down in here though. But I think back there it's kind of pretty. Yeah, that's kind of fun and adds a little bit of depth. All right, well, I think I'm basically done. I'm gonna go ahead, let's take off our tape, see what we got. You know what, I'm actually gonna hit it with the dryer real quick because I don't want to take it off while it's wet. Let's just dry this off using my handy dandy heat gun. There's a water spill, so I'll pick that up. Yeah, I think this is kind of cool. I love the light. And my paper is flattening out. That's how I know that it's drying. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry, but I wanted it to be a little bit dry so I can take the tape off. Sometimes if the paper's wet, it will rip. So I think it's better to make sure it's all dry. And now it's flattening out. Isn't that so cool how as it dries it flattens back out? Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and take that tape off. Go a little slow, I'm going a little fast. And this is one thing I love about using tape around the edges is it makes this really cool white clean edge. Let's get this one off. Now this is a little wet over here, so it might rip a tiny bit, a little bit. Almost done. Let's get this piece off. So pretty, you guys. I'm pretty happy with this. Look at that. I think that is really pretty. So there you go. Beautiful white edges. We've got a lot of wet and wet. If you are using a Meeden pad, let me show you. Not hot press, hold on. Here's rough, but you could use cold or wet. Cold or rough. This is a block, so you wouldn't have to tape your paper down. And I'm kind of obsessed with this paper right now because I bought a whole bunch of it. I love the Artisto. I think it's still fantastic, but if I'm working really wet and wet, I will use this because it's on a block, which means you don't have to tape it down. And it's 100% cotton, but that Artisto is fantastic. So there you guys go. I hope you could maybe watch that and play with that. It's, I think, relatively easy. You might just have to practice it a little bit. I think I might go in and just put a few more little white splatters down here. This could even be, we have white out here, but it could be yellow too. And I just think it gives it a real pop. So let me show you that. And that's white gouache, by the way, I'm using. So look at that. So pretty. I'm pretty happy with that, guys. All right, I hope you give this a try. Everybody asked me about my palette, so I'm just going to say it right here. I get messages at least once a day. This is a palette I have custom made through Miss Ceramics. We're taking pre-orders right now. They say watercolors and wildflowers, which is kind of my thing. And she makes them custom for me, and I love them. All right, everybody, I'll list the supplies below, and I hope you enjoy this. Bye.